Peace and love, family. Welcome back to the channel. We're making African Americans great again indefinitely. Tonight I want to talk about the actor from Star Wars fame, John Boyega. He's a black guy. I think he's from London. He's from Britain. But he spoke out for the Black Lives Matter movement. He basically risking his career, just like Colin Kaepernick, to shed light on the injustice that we as African Americans face over here in America. And the reason why it could potentially be career suicide for him is because he stars in a lot of American-made films. You know, he's right now one of the leading young black actors in Hollywood. And him speaking out on these issues could potentially ruin his career. As with everybody that's got a platform that's out there trying to shed light. Not just him, even it's white people out there trying to shed light, and they could potentially get blackballed. I know we do talk about white privilege, and while I don't have time to go in and explain exactly what that is, there's a lot of white celebrities stepping up. It's a lot of white athletes stepping up and talking about this stuff. Hopefully we'll see a change, y'all. I've been way hard on the president than I probably should, because he's only one man. And a good friend of mine, Harvey Martin, pointed out that if Trump would have addressed those guys or said those guys was murderers, that basically would have gave them the right to an appeal immediately, because the president got the most influence in the country. So I get it. Honestly, y'all, I'm 38 years old, and never in my life have I seen anything like what we're going through right now here in 2020. Sometimes I think it's the end times. The Revelation is living itself out. The good Lord going to come back any minute now. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. You know, I don't have the logic for it right now. But when we talk about making African Americans great, people like John Boyega, Colin Kaepernick, that's what it is to be great. It's to go after something and risk your all for what you know is right. And even if it costs you everything, even if it costs you your livelihood. Elaborating on my boy Harvey Martin once again, because me and him, we invested in a bee farm, and we want to have something for our children when our time comes. That's what it's about. Leaving a legacy. If John Boyega never gets another acting gig in Hollywood, people will remember he's the black guy from Star Wars that spoke up and lost his career because he shed light on social injustice. Colin Kaepernick, the guy never won a Super Bowl, but I tell my kids that man is a hero. That man is what you should aspire to be. He's always going to be a legend to me, and his legacy is what it was. He kneeled, he made the whole world acknowledge a problem that was going on, and racist white NFL owners blackballed him out the league. He's a distraction. People don't want to tune in and watch Sunday football because he kneeled. And this shows you what the problem is. Going to Drew Brees. Drew Brees went on to say that he'll never support any cause that disrespects the flag. And this is what they do. They make it about the flag whenever they want to acknowledge the wrong that their people do. You have guys like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all these high-profile white quarterbacks basically saying, come on, dude, you out of line for that. Because it's not about the flag. It's never been about the flag. To anybody that keeps throwing it up, y'all disrespect our flag, it's not about the flag. Because black men and women fought for that flag to be flown too. It's about the way people are treated based off the color of the skin. That's what it's about. There are plenty of black doctors and lawyers out there that stand 6'5". Plenty of guys out there that look exactly like George Floyd that don't have a criminal record. They articulate well. They mind their own business. Never been in trouble. Always peaceful. Plenty of guys out there that look like Eric Garner that do something for the community. They guidance counselors, they coaches, they off Wall Street execs. Black don't mean bad, and white don't mean good. That's the problem. Here in America, white is often portrayed as good, the light, the success. Black is often portrayed as bad, evil, disgusting, vile. We gotta quit doing this. If we're gonna walk around, and this go for both races, whites and blacks, we're gonna walk around calling ourselves Americans. Let's define what an American is. By definition, an American is somebody that was born in America. Somebody that was born with American citizenship. It don't say an American is a white Caucasian that was born in America. It don't say that. It don't say that an American is a black person who was born in America. An American is any human who was born in America. So if we're gonna keep crying, why don't you just be Americans instead of being black? Or why don't you be Americans instead of being white? We gotta first stop seeing each other as black and white. And again, giving credit to my buddy Harvey Martin, he always points that out. So, peace and love to all y'all. Be safe. If you out there protesting, I pray that you're doing it peacefully. If you listen to this channel and you're just trying to figure out ways that you can be great, then I hope that this helps motivate you. Because greatness is in all of us. We just have to ascend to it. George Floyd, when he left his house that morning, I'm sure he didn't have thoughts on dying. And just like in the Bible, before Jesus was to be executed, crucified, he was praying. The Bible gives you indication that Jesus didn't want to be crucified, because he even asked the Lord if it was his will, he'll do it, but if it's some way that the cup could pass over. So that gives you indication that the greatest man ever lived, Jesus Christ himself, he didn't necessarily want to die. Now, I'm not saying George Floyd is Jesus. Don't get me wrong here. Please try to bear with what I'm telling you. But when George Floyd left his house that morning and went to that store with that counterfeit 10 or 20 or whatever it was, I'm sure he didn't think those would be his last moments, and that he would die asking for his mama with a man's knee on his neck, literally squeezing and choking the life out of him. However, regardless of what he's done, good or bad, because I've heard people say he was a bad person, he had a criminal record, he drew a gun on his wife. Regardless, George Floyd's legacy is exactly what you see right here, right now. He invoked a cry for change by dying. And I'm not saying I want to see more black people dying, because I don't. All I'm saying is that George Floyd is a hero. George Floyd is what MAGA is all about, making African Americans great again. Rest in peace to George Floyd. And I hope the lives that the individuals I named in this video can help inspire you as African Americans, can help inspire me and my people to be better. Until next time, I love y'all.